Hey everybody, welcome back to my carving shed here in Virginia. So as you saw from the thumbnail, I am going to make a skull kalimba. So I've got my kalimba here. I did order this from a place online, pre-made. I will leave the link to that place in the description of this video. But feel free to make your own. There's a ton of videos on how to make kalimbas yourself, so you can go that route too. But I've got one pre-made here. And then of course, I've got a skull. So all you're really gonna need to do to make one of these is a skull and a kalimba, and then some type of rotary tool. I use a Dremel 4000 to do some of the mechanical side of things, but then of course I'm gonna carve it up. So stick around for that. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you are going to want to use some type of skull that has a big enough brain cavity in order to make the echoes for the kalimba, kind of create a space for that. I don't know the exact terms, guys. Sorry, I'm not a musician, so you can correct me on that. But you get the idea what I'm trying to say. I'm using a cow skull. I'm sure you could use something smaller, but just want to show you as far as larger skulls, a lot of them. You have the brain cavity here. Let's see if I can get this to adjust. Here we go. This is your brain cavity, and then around the brain cavity you have a lot of these sinuses. So sinuses come up in here, and these are your turbinates, and then the sinuses go back around the brain cavity. So you're not necessarily, when you look at the skull, it can kind of be deceiving thinking that all of this is open space, but not necessarily. It's just the one cavity in there for the brain, and then around that is different structures, and like I said, some of the sinuses go back up in there. So something to keep in mind when you're picking out a skull to do this with. So like I said, I am going to be using a Dremel 4000, and then I use an extension. We're going to do some carving on the skull first, just some kind of decorative stuff. Sorry about that. Hope everyone's okay. Okay, so I'll show you the different types of burrs that I use for the carving as I go along. Okay, so I've got a lot of cleaning up to do to finish off the carving side of things, but I wanted to share something really quickly. More and more I am kind of falling in love, back in love I should say, with hand chisels, hand tools. Back before skulls ever, I did wood carving when I was little though, okay? But you know, you would use knives and chisels and stuff like that to carve, and I've gotten back into that for a couple different reasons, but I want to show you really quickly where you can use a hand chisel and actually the result is really nice. When you have a space, a negative space in between two designs, this works really well when you have nice straight lines and you've got a little negative space in between. You can use this to level out that area of the negative space and get a nice smooth, even level negative space. I know I said that like 5 times, but I'll just show you really quickly and you'll get the idea. So right here you can see we have this little hump down here in between this line and the star, and that's what we're going to carve down to a level area. Okay, so like I said, all the carving's done. I am going to have a date with a bunch of sandpaper and do all of the finishing. Next video, we will install the Kalimba. We'll get it all tuned up, and then I'm going to do a stain. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do as far as staining it yet, or finish. Feel free to give me suggestions in the comments. We'd love to see what you all think I should do with it. Have an idea, but would love to see what you think. So come back next week. I will finish it in the video. I'll try my hand at playing a kalimba, a skull kalimba, and we'll see how it works out. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around and watching. If you have not already, do please consider subscribing. If you have already, thank you. You're the best. Don't forget to get the little bell icon notification on. So, all right, guys. I'll see you next week. Thanks.